Hi, YouTube family and friends, and welcome back. Here is another YouTube video on how to be financially stable. How to be financially stable. Now, this is a topic that I wanted to talk about with youth and young adults, especially our 12-year-old young people, 12 to 30 adults. I wanted to talk about this topic today because being financially stable is very, very important, especially during this time, during the pandemic. We have our young people working, we have them going to school, we have other different priorities that they need to meet. And so this was one of the best topics to discuss on my YouTube channel today. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below in the comment section of this YouTube video, and I sure will get back with you later on tonight when I upload this video. We're going to talk about today, what does it mean to be financially stable? Why is being financially stable important? I think everybody needs to know that. How much money do you need to be financially stable? And what age do you need to be financially stable? And how can I be financially stable by the age of 30? Well, I got those answers all right here on this channel today, on our channel, Our Children Matter Corporation channel, YouTube channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're getting ready to get into this topic. We're getting ready to talk about how to be effective in our finances and to be financially stable. Okay, so let's get into it. So what does it mean to be financially stable? Financial stability. When you are financially stable, you feel confident with your financial situation. You don't worry about paying your bills because you know you will have the funds, you're debt free, you have money saved for your future goals, and you also have enough saved to cover emergencies. Now, this is something that I struggle with. This is something that I've struggled with a long time. I've struggled with my finances since I was, about maybe 19 years old. I struggled with my finances. Even when I was 16, I struggled with my finances. And I wasn't even working at the time yet when I was 16. But I started my first job at retail at Food Lion Supermarket at the age of 18. And I did it until I was 26. I did 8 years of working in the retail business for 8 years. And I am still not financially stable still to this day. But this is very, very important. You feel confident with your financial situation. You feel confident. You feel great. You feel like that you have accomplished a lot in your daily life, in your daily walk, in your daily attitude, especially if you do have a checking account or a savings account that money goes into. You are definitely financially stable in that support of whatever it is you want to do in your financial stability. So you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel like that you've done all that you possibly can, and you feel confident about it. Okay, so that's one thing. Let's go to why is being financially stable important? Well, let's talk about it. Why is it important? Why do you think it's important to be financially stable? Being financially stable can help you reduce the devastating effects of chronic stress on our bodies and minds, and the cycle of stress that can occur when living paycheck to paycheck. Being financially stable can help reduce a lot of devastating effects such as stress, worry. You don't have to worry about you being late on your bills. You're always early. You're never too early. You're never too late on your bills. You're just right. You're financially stable. You meet the requirements of what they're asking, how much for you to pay on that bill each and every month. Okay? How much money do you need to be financially stable? It says Financial stability for long term can be determined by multiplying your annual living expenses by 22 to find out the amount of money you need when you retire. For example, if your expenses add up to $80,000 per year, then you multiply 80,000 times 22, which equals $1,760,000. Wow. Yeah, I gotta definitely multiply my living expenses times 22 when I get off this live. I will definitely be multiplying my living expenses times 22 to see what I get. Okay, so that's one thing that you can take. Remember to be the financial stability for a long term can be determined by multiplying your annual living expenses. Every living expense that you get every year, multiply that by 22 to find out the amount of money you need to retire. Okay? What age is financially stable? Now, it says a new Pew Research Center analysis of a Census Bureau data finds that in 2018, 24% of young adults were financially independent by age 22 or younger, compared with 32% in 1980. Looking more broadly at young adults, listen to this, young people. It says, looking more broadly at young adults ages 18 to 29, the share who are financially independent have been largely stable in recent decades. Okay, so here we're looking at this statistic analysis of what proper age it is to be financially stable and financially ready on every hand. It says in 2018, 24% of young adults were financially independent by age 22 or younger, compared with 32% in 1980. That is a huge percentage that were financially stable and ready since 1980. So a lot has changed. A lot has changed in financial stability, financial awareness, financial release, financial happiness. You can find your happiness in your finances. Whatever you feel is comfortable for you in your finances, that's what you do. Okay? So it says, how can I be financially stable by 30 years old? Let's listen in. So I have 10 financial commandments for your 30s. If my brother Robert is watching, please watch because you're in your 30s now. It says, advance your career. In your 20s, you develop a marketable skill. Number 2, it says rethink your budget. Number 3, adjust your insurance coverage. That's something to think of. Number 4, it says pay off non-mortgage debt. Okay, so that right there tells me number 4, it says pay off non-mortgage debt. What that means, non-mortgage debt, if you don't own a house and you're living in an apartment and you don't have any mortgage or rent to pay, please pay all of your utilities, all of your credit cards that you may have went haywire on when you were 18. You got a credit card and you just kept swiping and not paying the minimum balance due on your credit card, and you just maxed out that credit card and you were just swiping and having fun with it, and you didn't mean anything by it. You just automatically said, you know what? It is proper for me to get this done and not feel bad about it. But it's kind of a good idea to pay off all your non-mortgage debt, because in your 30s, you want to be debt-free from student loans. I definitely can attest to that. Not having, I'm trying to pay off my student loans before I turn 30. I'm 27 now, so I'm 27, 28, 29, 30. I got 4 more years to pay off, well, 3.5 years to pay off all my student loans before 30 years old because I refuse to be in debt before I come into 30. At 30 years old, I want to get my business up, and my business is running now, but I want to have a corporate business in my nonprofit organization for children in Baltimore County. I have dreams and aspirations that I want to partake into before I get to 30 years old. That's that driven experience. That's that drive. That's that passion that you have for yourself. So you always want to make sure that you pay off all non-mortgage debt before you're 30. These are some really good tips. Let's go with number 5. It says increase your emergency fund balance. Wow. So guys, if you're having that rainy day fund account with that money in it, if you got like $500 in a rainy day fund, or an account with emergency money in it, you kind of want to go ahead and double on that, okay? Number 6, it says save at least 15% of your income for retirement. That's a big one. I didn't know that I really had to do that. That's one that I really have to actually look into. It says save at least 15% of your income for retirement. It says when you started saving for retirement, you may only have been able to contribute enough money of your paycheck to earn your employer's 401k match. Or maybe you've allowed your 401k auto-enrollment policy to dictate the percentage that you save, typically 3%, which when I was working at Food Lion, the highest we could go was maybe 3% or maybe 5%. I can't remember how much it was at the top of my head. But experts recommend saving 15% more on your gross income for retirement. The good news is your employer's 401k match or contribution counts. If your boss gives you 4%, you need to save 11% on your own. Every time you get a raise, bump your nest egg contributions. If you get a bonus or extra cash as a gift, consider saving it for the future you. Consider saving it. Consider saving that bonus or that cash or whatever money you get from, it may be a loan, it may be a bank statement, it may be a grant, especially those grants that you get from school, or the financial aid checks that you get from colleges, that money that you get back from the school that they don't use all of your grant money for your funding for financial aid for school or college. Make sure you kind of put that money away, because if the colleges aren't using the whole thing and they reimburse you all of that money back, don't blow it. Put it in an account and save it for future use. Okay, guys? All right, number 7, it says diversify or rebalance your investments. Now, this is a perfect time to diversify. Once you get into your 30s, you have the basics such as an emergency fund and other necessities settled. You can take on one more risk or overall. A financial planner, an author growing up and saving up, we recommend sticking with mutual funds and exchange trade funds. Investing is a good option for you. Do not take out any loans in your 30s because you will take a long time paying them back. I can attest to that too. Paying off loans right now is ridiculous. I'm paying them off as we speak right now. All right, number 8. Now, this is a really good one. Number 8. For the 10 financial commandments, we're on number 8. It says monitor and improve your credit. My goodness, I'm working on my credit before I turn 30 right now. I'm 27. I got 4 more years until I'm 30. I'm definitely working on improving my credit right now. My credit is awesome right now. I've paid off a lot of stuff that I was foolish back in 2016, 2015. Stuff are starting to fall off. My credit score went up. I think last month, my credit score went up about maybe 75 points since then. So that's a very huge improvement since 2 years ago, because my credit wasn't that good 2 years ago. But now, 2 years later, and a lot of stuff started falling off, and I started just paying back a lot of stuff. It's starting to bump up back up again. So it went up 75 points about maybe 3 months ago. It went up 75 points. So I'm happy about that. Okay. Note that you can check your free credit report. It does not peek at your financial actual score. You'll usually have to pay a fee to see your FICO score. You can get your credit report and FICO score from each of the 3 credit bureaus for about $20 a pop. Your score may vary from bureau to bureau. That's really true. All right, number 9, it says write your will. Will? Yeah, haven't done that yet. It says, not convinced of your mortality yet? Try waking up in your 30s after a night of heavy partying. Trust me, the hangover alone will convince you that you're old and you're going to die soon. Oh, well, thank you for that information. What kind of article is this? So it's time to write a will. Without one, complete strangers will decide how to split up your estate and raise your children. Facts. That is definitely facts. No matter which way you try to spin this, it's always somebody maybe in your family or a loved one or a friend that you know that's grew up with you. There's always somebody trying to dictate or split up your estate and raise your children. Who's going to raise your children? No, you raise your children. Prepare them for the future. Set up those trust funds. Set up those savings. Set up those full life insurance policies. Okay? All right, number 10 is the big one. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's stuff. By your 30s, it may be quite clear that your choice to major in English or become a writer has awarded you an income and lifestyle that plies in comparison with that of, say, your sister, the doctor. You may find yourself envying her big house or her new BMW, but you certainly should try to keep up by stretching your budget and taking on mountains of debt. Doing so will ruin your finances, so don't compare yourself or your stuff with other people. Just focus on your financial goals, live within your means, and be happy with your own life, and try to be happy for your sister too. That's a great idea. So these tips that I talked about today will help you in the long run with your finances, with your bank accounts, with your loans, with your investments, with your 401k plans, with your job, with your anything that you have dealing with finances. You will recover. You will recover. You just got to take the time out, and all those steps that I showed you and all those financial steps and tools that we talked about today will be beneficial to you and your children, and especially those that are in Baltimore City and Baltimore, Maryland. Just a few updates with my nonprofit organizations. Thank you guys for watching today. I really, truly appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit that share button, comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Please share this with everybody that you know, because it's urgent that everybody take care of themselves with their finances, getting their finances together, get that life insurance policy going before age 30, because you want to have nice health coverage. Even in the midst of a pandemic, you want to have nice health coverage. So it's imperative that you take advantage of the opportunity to get your finances in order, get your credit score together. It doesn't matter how low your credit score is. If you're working on your credit score, keep at it. Just keep at it. Just paying off a lot of stuff at the same time will help you financially recover, okay? So just a few updates with the organization. I don't want to make this a 25-minute video. I'm going to cut it short after 20 minutes. So in 2 minutes, I should be done with explaining everything that I have to explain to you with a nonprofit organization. My nonprofit organization just a few days ago received a loan for $1,000 from the SBA. So I'm excited to hear about what I'm going to do with those funds to raise money for my nonprofit organization for next year. I will be selling t-shirts and hoodies next month. Right now, I'm in the process of getting the t-shirts and the hoodies made. If you would like to donate to my nonprofit organization, my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo information will be in the description box below. Please subscribe to this channel and you will not be forgotten. Thank you all to my Facebook family and friends, to my constituents here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Damian Samuels, my brother, that on my other channel, Dame-Reactions. Y'all go check him out. His video hit almost 2,000 to 3,000 views, his last video. So go check out Damon-Reactions. I love you, Dame. Your channel is awesome. Your reaction to the last video you did was awesome. That game show video that you did was awesome. I really love you, man. Keep doing your thing. I really appreciate all my YouTube subscribers that have been with me since the beginning, my 53 subscribers. I hope next month that I would be able to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I pray that everybody is having a good week and everybody have a good Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks. Gobble gobble, everyone. If I don't see you or talk to you again until Thanksgiving, but we'll be making more channels. Also tomorrow, I will be hitting up another video tomorrow talking about mental health. So make sure you tune in, subscribe to the channel to get more notifications from me and more updates about the organization. Guys, you have a great, wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow.